Israelis who are trying to come to the United States are now able to apply to travel without a visa. Yesterday, the Department of Homeland Security started taking visa waiver applications from Israeli citizens a month earlier than they had previously planned. NBC News Homeland Security correspondent Julia Ainsley joins us now with more. Hi, Julia. Good morning. So the Department of Homeland Security had planned to make this change at the end of November anyway, but have now opened the process early. So give us the background here. Before any change was planned, what was the process and what does this change now mean is essentially going into effect immediately?
Yeah, what we may be seeing here is the impact of our own reporting here at NBC. We reported about 2 weeks ago on Israelis who were stuck inside the country, who had family in the United States who they wanted to reunite with, and they wanted a way to quickly be able to get there. But they couldn't do it because of this program that wasn't supposed to start till November 30th. They said it could just start earlier, which is essentially a fast track to allow Israelis to travel to the United States without requiring a visa. Then they don't have to wait in that long line and be approved for a visa. They could get out quicker. They wanted that date moved up. At that time, DHS said they had no plans to move it up because of computer technicalities, a lot of things that would need to happen to get this website to allow people to apply for a waiver for visas, meaning they wouldn't need a visa. They said that that would take a long time. But now they actually have launched it. And as of yesterday, a lot of Israelis can go online, fill out an application so that they don't have to have a visa to travel to the United States. I will remind folks that this is just for a temporary travel visa. This is not to permanently relocate to the United States.
And Julia, let's also talk about people living in Gaza or the West Bank and what any of that looks like in terms of eligibility for visas. Obviously, we know there are several Americans who are within the borders of Gaza who have been unable to even move at this point. But does anything like this apply?
Certainly not for Palestinians, no. In fact, it's even harder for Palestinians to come to the United States as refugees than almost any other nationality in the world. They can't even go through the normal route through the UN. In the 1951 Refugee Convention, there was a special exception made for that not to apply to Palestinians. So they have to basically be referred by an outside agency. We've taken fewer than 600 Palestinians into the United States through the refugee program in the last 10 years. So a much smaller amount, a much tougher hill to climb for them. But now, if you're Israeli living in a different part of the world, or certainly if you're an American, that would obviously make travel, at least the eligibility for travel, much easier. And the Israeli visa waiver program applies to Israeli citizens and Israeli nationals, regardless of where they're living. But yes, for people who are in Gaza right now, you previously laid out how hard it is to leave from there, especially for people who are wounded. We keep trying to figure out what's happening with Egypt to see if that border crossing into Rafah might be open, but really hard for anyone in that area right now. And this program is really just to help Israelis.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.